And hello and welcome to another episode of Infobotts. This is episode number 069, and I'm your host, author Frederick Fishman, where today and every day we are sponsored by me. So for links to all of my books, apparel, and gear, go to my main Infobotts website at infobotts.com, spelled with two T's at the end, infobotts.com. You can also help us out and show your support by visiting our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Infobotts Podcast. Okay, let's get started. After calling it a hoax, after announcing in the spring of this year that the heat of the summer will make it go away, the pandemic, the coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, COVID-19, U.S. President Donald Trump has now been struck by this killer disease right in the middle of our pandemic that we're all suffering from around the world. As of this date, October the 5th, he is still in the hospital. So, what do the experts tell you to do and continue to tell you to do to help prevent you, that's you, from getting this highly contagious and potentially dangerous disease that strikes your lungs, your heart, your brain, and other vital organs with a deadly infection? They continually tell you to wash your hands, wear a mask, social distance, and especially stay away from concentrations of people, whether they be political rallies, workplaces, or parties. There are many city and state ordinances around the U.S. that prevent such large parties. But this is what's happening right next door tonight. Just listen. Maybe 50 people outside in the backyard, in the house right next to us, closely huddled together, talking loudly, drinking, laughing, and possibly spewing out saliva and maybe droplets laden with the COVID-19 virus. This is the exact opposite of what you should be doing during a pandemic. This has killed almost 210,000 people in the United States and over 1 million people who have died worldwide. That's 1 million people because of this coronavirus. So all I can ask is how many more hundreds of thousands of deaths, how many millions or more infections, how many dead, rotting corpses from those COVID dead stacked up in front of you will it take for you and those around you and those who you see on the streets, in the workplace, families, on TV, to understand how contagious this disease really is? No hyperbole here. This coronavirus killer is on a trajectory to be worse than the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic that did not stop until penicillin was invented by a British researcher in 1928, 10 years later. And that flu still kills in the U.S. 35,000 people per year, even with vaccines. This will not slow down until there is a vaccine, probably next year in 2021. And even then, not everyone will take it. Maybe 50% will get the vaccine. The coronavirus, which is cousin to the common cold, is here to stay in the human genome. It is now part of us until the end of time, till it burns out or till we burn out. We have to live with it. Life has changed for us all. It has become more dangerous to socialize for social animals like Homo sapiens. That's us. But now, before the vaccine, we have to take precautions and avoid super spreader parties like the one you hear right now next to us here in southern Arizona. So this is what a corona or COVID-19 super spreader party sounds like. That's enough. Well, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of the Infobotts Podcast. And please support our efforts here to bring you an Infobotts each day. Go to patreon.com. It's spelled patreon.com/Infobotts Podcast. So join us again for another episode of Infobotts. So please, out there, stay healthy, everyone. Will you? Thanks. Bye-bye.